When I glance at a kid watching YouTube, 9 times out of 10, they're watching something that could be a real head-scratcher. I mean, what's so interesting about off-brand Minnie Mouse birthing 5 babies? No backstory, no educational value, nothing but overstimulating background music and repetitive sound effects. This phenomenon is identified as Elsagate, the name being derived from the character that was most often depicted at its peak, Elsa, and the suffix gate commonly used around scandals. These videos have tainted video sharing websites with low quality and poorly emulated well-known children's characters in grotesque scenarios revolving around scatological humor, pregnancy, sexual deviancy, drugs, alcohol, and any other topic that can garner their attention and satiate their morbid curiosity. This subgenre gained traction in 2016 from concerned guardians after observing their mentally distressed children displaying behaviors ranging from aggression and anxiety to sexual curiosity. Its obscure rise to the mainstream media sparked theories among communities. It's a ring of predators trying to desensitize children and make them easier to prey upon. There are people being exploited to make these videos in sweatshops. But the question remains, is Elsagate targeted towards kids because it's harmful, or is Elsagate harmful because it's targeted towards kids? Seeing how reputably damaging it was, YouTube decided to make efforts to pull down some explicit content and channels. However, critics claimed that their actions were reactive rather than proactive. For example, algorithms will still recommend videos of similar themes, making it nearly effortless to fall down the Elsagate rabbit hole. To be more effective, more stringent policies should be implemented and more frequent compliance audits must be undergone to prevent further escalation of this dilemma. In 2020, Common Sense Media collaborated with CS Mott Children's Hospital to survey how beneficial YouTube Kids was for the developing minds. It turns out that 30% of videos studied featured physical violence, accompanied by 20% containing interpersonal violence. Additionally, only 25% of these videos were educationally valuable, including those covering just simple topics and vicarious experiences. Furthermore, whether or not they had a learning opportunity, they would get bombarded with a minimum of 3 advertisements, therefore engraving brand names into their head, which will lead them to becoming future victims of consumerism. Studies have also shown that toddler screen time correlates with their likelihood of exhibiting symptoms of ADHD due to overstimulation from bright colors, nonsensical storylines, etc. Now, how may we salvage these murderous minds? Locate devices in more common household areas, such as your living room. This will allow observations to be much easier to make. Inquire them about the videos that they watch. This way, you develop an understanding for their interests, and they are not mindlessly browsing. Build a trust-filled relationship between one another so that they don't feel ashamed to report anything to you. Set restrictions and promote digital literacy so that they understand what they should not be watching and why. In conclusion, Elsagate is a subset of videos that are disguised to be family-friendly while sprinkling themes that are inappropriate for children and may harm them. It acts as a retinol to their merely wrinkled brains, which is why we must take action to prevent further cognitive deterioration and not let it go. Thank you.